around her. Get you right here with me. Rocking with J to J. Watch the movement. Don't judge my life. LLC. J to J.
It is what it is. Y'all rocking with me.
Watch the movement. Yeah. Hey y'all. Hey. We back, y'all. It's WNBA season. It's the W season. I don't know if y'all can hear my sound effects in the background, but I'm gonna still use them. But it's the W season, guys. This opening, we got New York Liberty v Las Vegas Aces. Asia Wilson, JJ going up for the tap. JJ got that win. New York Liberty, let's go, New York. I'm not in the building because y'all won't approve my media passes. New York Liberty approved my Liberty passes, my media passes. Thank you, please, and thank you. Hey, WNBA fans out there. I hope everybody out there watching and enjoying. Good look. Turnover by New York. It was a good look. I don't know if that was Stu. Is Stu don't play for New York, does she? I don't know. Are you guys tuned in? WNBA live reaction. I'm here to see Asia Wilson play.
New York Liberty, who has the assignment of guarding Jackie Young. Backdoor,
Asia Wilson, great cut.
Is pure. It's always
Great pass, great cut.
Asia Wilson, she loves moving on the offensive end, not just sitting on the block waiting for the ball. She's going to move all around the floor today.
Sabrina. Ooh, Sabrina. I need some of Asia's. I need them black and pink joints by Asia. I need some Asia sneakers. And guys, I apologize. I can't figure out how to put the run the game on the stream without getting copywritten. And I'm not beat to catch a copyright infringement. So that was a hard ass break. Who shot that? Ooh, right in the paint. Okay. Who that, Chelsea?
Miscommunication underneath. Chelsea Gray not thrilled with the final.
That was not a foul on Chelsea. That was a hard break by Chelsea.
For Jonquel Jones on the interior at 6'6". She is a load.
Shout out to JJ. Jacquees Jones. Who's that, Stu?
And Brianna Stewart there as well. We talk about the duos that we get to see on the floor today, and it's how they move.
Is that Asia pushing the ball all the way up the court? Asia Wilson? All the way up the court? Was that Asia? Was that Asia?
The Euro unsuccessful for Jonquel Jones.
Oh, now the big girl's showing out already.
Asia Wilson pitching a 10 underneath. And that is something that Becky Hammon mentioned in the shoot-around, using their pace to dictate early in this ball game. And on the other end of that, Sandy Brondello said, we have to stop transition.
Damn, can't make a layup?
Mark for Cloud as Asia Wilson.
Asia running point.
New row house keeps getting better. She said, you'll see me bring it
with a turnover, with a quick turnover, Asia.
But turns it over on that last possession. Good job by Natasha Cloud coming over.
Great defense. Great defense, Asia, off of that turnover.
You see how open the floor is for the Liberty.
Mouse in the house, getting the paint. Mouse in the house. Good job, Jackie, but Mouse was in the house.
Mouse in the house over Jackie Young and gets the easy bucket to put him ahead. You cannot switch on to Jonquel Jones if you're a guard, because you are going to get buried in the paint.
Every time. JJ had it down there.
Off of a regular season where they finished 32-8. The best record in the league.
Good defense, New York.
Their first title in league history. The connection.
The ball movement, bucket, cash, bucket. Oh, you blew it. You're supposed to nail that.
Something she did very well last season. Yeah, that's so Phoebish to kind of just be waiting in the corner. She shot 43% from three-point land and hit some big ones down the stretch for the Liberty.
Heck yo.
Valencia team in Spain.
Oh, was that Chelsea?
Regina Stewart as well.
With the filet.
Stewart had her first coming back.
Jelly.
But looking good to start, and it's just good to see the entirety of the group.
Okay, JJ with the long two.
Yeah, the Las Vegas Aces are doing some switching, and they are getting hurt with the versatility of Jonquel Jones. She didn't even have to go down and bury you that time because she got an outside shot. That is what we love about her game, is with size, she can score from anywhere.
Why is Asia?
Stretch the floor off the mark on the corner three as Cloud.
Like, I understand Asia. Ooh. She was traded.
Interested in the play of Natasha Cloud and coming to this organization is she is one of the best at getting 2 feet of the paint and playing with pressure going downhill.
New York. So I'm saying is
Cloud listed as 5'10". I think she's 5'11", maybe 6 foot.
like, I hope my phone ain't about to die.
The Aces looking for a response. Gray found the
I feel like somebody calling me.
Jonquel. Just saw the top foot really attacking A'ja Wilson off of the pump fake, so A'ja Wilson will pick up her first. New York has been able to run a lot of their offense through Jonquel to start. She looks good to start this season. Watching her in the preseason games, you can imagine how your confidence builds, being named Finals MVP, coming through for your team in the biggest moments. And she's playing with that type of confidence to start.
Shout out to the Liberty, Stu, JJ, Sabrina, who went to the Met Gala.
In that department in 13-1 last season. So when she gets going, it is a huge success mark for the Liberty. Chelsea, again, what Cloud does too on the defensive end, really taking pride in that department. Gray gets it back. Wing three, good. Chelsea Gray's got some lift on that shot. And if you collapse off of her, she can knock it down. You have to play her for the pass because that's what she does first and foremost. But the way she looked playing an unrivaled, hitting shots, that's going to be good for the Aces to start. 2 players have scored for the Aces. That's Chelsea Gray and A'ja Wilson. Less than 5 to go in the first quarter. 5 on the shot clock as Ionescu a little strong on the shot. Take that in bounds as Sabrina and Natasha share the laugh, and they are up by 2. 4:41 in this first quarter as we're underway. We'll be back after the break.
Yeah. So that was a good first little break. What I was trying to say is I noticed how Asia is extending the floor and she's not in the paint as much. And excuse me, Rusha Brown and I had a conversation some years ago because I was like, yo, that'd be dope if we can get Angel Reese and Asia on the same team together. Oh, speaking of, hold on.
Oh my goodness, this is a great feeling.
She won MVP, PP, 1, 2, and 3, 3. Her game is T. She made good stories. Ring from the big so rap. All buckets, no cap. They said she wasn't enough. So she did it for us. And if you talk smack, she's gonna clap back.
No, you don't.
She don't, Nana.
Her drip so neat. It can't be beat. She say one is clear. Period. Cause it's hot tier. A'ja Wilson's on top. Can't take her spot.
Nah, I'm an A'ja Wilson stan. I'm biased, y'all. I'm going to always cheer for the big girl. Well, it was maybe I'm gonna say maybe only one other big girl that I really didn't cheer for. I'm not gonna say her name, And it's not that I didn't cheer for her, I supported her, but I don't understand the trajectory of her career. And it's not for me to understand. It happened, whatever it had, whatever. But I'm gonna always cheer for the post players. Like as a former post player, I'm going to always cheer and be a fan of and support other post players because why not? Because why not? I have to go get those Asia Wilson sneakers. I must get out there and get those Asia Wilson sneakers. But speaking WNBA, I don't know if anybody caught the games last night. Just to because I'm speaking Las Vegas anyway, but Kelsey Plum, who was a Las Vegas guard for so many years, got got traded to Los Angeles. So last night she opened up in Los Angeles, and KP definitely been waiting for forever to be unleashed. She definitely went for 37 last night. She was getting buckets. She was getting buckets.
New faces on this team, including one that they acquired in a 3-team deal that sent Kelsey Plum to Los Angeles. That is Jewell Loyd. Head coach Becky Hammon is really excited about the opportunity to really unlock something new in Jewell Loyd that we haven't seen in a while. Hammon said, "Don't let whatever is on her face fool you. There's always that killer instinct below the surface," and that's what Jewell wants to get back to. Jewell said, quote, "You become a good soldier for so long that you forget you're a commander, and sometimes it's nice to have that reminder."
Well, I thought it was great in our conversation as well. Thank you, Christine. She said there was something that we could unlock in Jackie Young to take her to the next level when we got hands on her. And they see the same thing with Jewell Loyd. They said we're going to see a little bit more of that gold mamba coming out. They may have to choose a different color for them, but the gold mamba stays.
Always the gold mamba. But I'm just having to adjust my eyes to seeing Jewell in this uniform because she spent the first 10 years of her career in Seattle. I'm sure Sue Bird, that's courtside right now, Brianna Stewart, are feeling as weird as I do because she spent so much time there. But just looking for a fresh start, has great relationships with these Las Vegas Aces players, including
Deep
A'ja
three
Wilson,
from
and she's
Sabrina.
excited about a new chapter.
Has 2 titles with, as you mentioned, independent Sue Bird sitting courtside, as well as who she's going against, Brianna Stewart. So she said the
Lane wide
research
open.
is just fresh.
Lane wide open. Get in the paint, Asia. Why are you not in the paint? Lane was wide open.
Becky has gone to her bench. Dana Evans is in the game, and Tiffany Mitchell as well. 2 other new additions.
Yeah, call that foul on the
So we
inside.
talked about the new addition, and we'll get back into that right after this.
Yeah, you've got to stop the transition of the Liberty. Get the ball to the floor really quickly, and you
Never
see
stopped
here Kennedy Burke, who has been an excellent driver.
Where was Asia in
that
that transition defense? Like, where was she? No shade, Asia, but where were you?
Benijah Laney and Taylor Thornton just gets an easy one at the rim.
Yep, Jonquel Jones just picked up her second foul. That will send her to the bench as we see Niara Sabali checking in. Got a huge ovation. It was really cool to see Sabrina as well as Niara going back to Oregon and Eugene and getting the respect that they got, not being able to do so.
Because she was expecting a damn foul. Keep playing ball.
Re-signed in the
Right back down the middle. Asia, what's going on?
Yeah, a couple easy misses at the rim for the Liberty, but the floor feels wide open for them.
Oh. Asia Wilson.
And of course, the heart, Natasha Cloud gets in the paint for the delivery. Sabrina Ionescu receives the screen at the top, gets it back, and a lot of contacts. You mentioned a couple of the new additions for the Aces. Dana Evans as well. One of those pieces for Becky Hammon that she said, I'm excited about this year's perimeter defense and how that adds Dana Evans a big part of that.
Yeah, I mean, Vegas lost Plum, as we heard Christine talk about, to LA. Tip Hayes is now playing for Golden State. Alicia Clark, Sydney Colson. I mean, they needed reinforcements, and Dana Evans coming over from Chicago is going to be expected to do a lot.
That wasn't a good shot, Sabrina. Asia on the point, like we is out.
Them adding Crystal Bradford, who's not with the team right now, sitting out because of the game suspension.
That's the third time we've seen Asia bring the ball up the floor and go all the way to the rim. It's her team. This is clearly A'ja Wilson's team. This is clearly A'ja Wilson has to go on everything. Clearly A'ja Wilson has to go on everything. I've watched her bring the ball up the floor 3 different times and get all the way to the rim. although she didn't convert with the layup. One penny. Give me another one, Asia.
The upcoming WNBA national TV schedule Thursday on Amazon is the Fever and Dream at 7:30 Eastern. Friday we have a doubleheader on Ion. It's the Lynx and Sun, and followed by that is Mercury Storm. Saturday on CBS, Liberty and Fever. That is going to be a great one. That's at 1 Eastern. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app.
Already a fun night of games last night, Angel.
Great games last night. Shout out to Brittany Sykes, Newark, New Jersey's own little sis who plays for Washington Mystics. Got this game-winning steal of the game, to seal the game. That game was I think it was Atlanta versus Washington. That game was to the wire, like tied dang near the whole game, you know. Asia just picked up another foul.
Another player who, now that she has shown what she is capable of and is healthy, there's going to be more of a load on her as well. But I'll tell you, the sky is the limit as far as the skill set of Sabally. We saw that on display in finals game 5, where she came off of the bench and was huge. But at 6'5", can step out and shoot, is mobile, is getting better in her defensive mobility, and it's just a tremendous talent.
Kind of runs in the family, if you ask me, with her sister Satu Sabally finding a new home. No longer with Dallas, has a new home in Phoenix. That ball kicked out of bounds, and the Aces will get it on the sideline. .207 left in the first quarter. Asia Wilson and Chelsea Gray have all of the points right now for the Aces with 11. Gray, plenty time to work with. Pulls up. And just off to the right. So a bit of a drought for the Aces right now, getting everyone involved.
Gray is so good at occupying the defense. I mean, if you're in pick and roll action with her, she can keep both defenders busy and finds the open man so well. Just couldn't get it to go over the defense there.
One of the best and highest IQs you're going to find in the league. Talk about the book review that Candace Parker gave her as Asia Wilson gets more points and takes a tumble on the sideline.
Bucket for A1.
And another tough bucket for Sabally.
The seas have just been open.
And yo, they are not closing that
Las Vegas, whether it's been on switches,
lane, like the lane wide open, like they,
penetration and transition, they are not getting the stops at the rim
at all.
12 of their 17 points have come in the paint for China.
The pass and one, Asia Wilson.
From last season, average close to 14 points per game.
So now I need that same intensity on defense, Asia, because New York then went to the paint 3 different times.
Jackie had a career high assists last year, but here again keeps
And
the
one.
defense busy on the backside. Phoenix really needed to drop earlier to be able to contest Wilson, but she's too tough, too strong.
Asia, how do I get a leg sleeve with on the right leg? I need a leg sleeve tights on the right leg. How can I get that? Because I know you have the left leg, but do you have an option for the right leg as well? I need that.
Talked about it in the open. There are not many people that had a better year than Asia Wilson.
Nah, Asia Wilson been great, bro.
Having a conversation with her at shoot around from a year ago, how she said, I don't understand the conversation, the rhetoric around me not being a marketable player, but I'm going to show you. And she's been all over the airwaves. Liana Sabally has been active in the paint.
I don't know what's going on with Asia defense today. Like,
Liana Sabally off of the bench with 6 points in 2 minutes of play. Her impact belt is Jackie Young. Took the bump.
oh, Jackie, you sold the hell out of that, Jackie.
For the safety in the landing zone.
You sold that one, Jackie.
So Liana Sabally picks up her second foul, and the
ruling
officials.
it's a defensive foul on Sabally. The pace on review for a possible upgrade or reckless closeout.
Reckless closeout. Jackie Young is little. Sabadu like 6'6". Like, come on, that ain't a reckless closeout.
You have to allow the shooter landing space to come down here. This is a dangerous play. If you come down on someone's ankle,
It
that could have
is.
been bad. But yeah, I
It can.
believe that Jackie did come forward just a little bit, but it is Sabally stepped into that landing space. So I think we could definitely see an upgrade of the foul here. Yeah.
I agree on the contestant.
All right, so it's a foul. Thank you for selling that, Jackie. You sold that one, girl. But WNBA basketball, last night we had the Washington Mystics played the new expansion team from, I think if they're from Seattle. No, not Seattle. Seattle Bend had a team. What's the new expansion team for the W? They played last night. Who did they play? I can't remember off the top of my head. Don't judge my life, y'all, because I do be paying attention. And I do be like, actually, well, sometimes. And then I get ADD distracted. So don't judge my damn life, y'all. Don't judge me at all.
Sabally gets a left foot underneath Jackie Young's landing space. It's therefore upgraded to a flagrant foul, penalty 1. They will resume with Jackie Young shooting 3 free throws.
It's to let it go. Because I want no copyright, y'all. Save me a copy rigid. Save me some copy rigid, y'all. Matter of fact, I got you one better. Save me copyright. Play your own shit so you can't get copyrighted.
Today, and I don't know if the New York fans are ever pleased with any call that goes against the Liberty. They've been very, very active this weekend. It's been a busy weekend sports-wise for New York. You got the Subway Series going. The Yankees beat the Mets last night. And then obviously the Knicks, you would think that they won a title. I thought they did.
I know.
The
Spike
people
was
in the
here.
building, Spike was here.
It's a busy stretch for Spike.
Nah, New York been bumping. New York been, yeah. New York lit right now.
Sports figures, Russell Wilson
Shout out to
in the
Carl
building as well.
Anthony
Jackie
Towns.
Young steps to the free throw line for 3.
Jackie Young finally healthy this season. Played majority of last season healthy, but got hurt during the Olympics and really struggled down the stretch.
Spike in the building again tonight next to Robin Roberts. The Robin Roberts in her seafoam green. I see Robin. Fuck Spike. How you a women? How you the WNBA and you pan into Spike Lee, but you don't pan into fucking Robin Roberts? Like how? That is terrible camera work. That is horrible camera work. Terrible camera work.
Another turnover for the Aces.
Yeah, you saw the Liberty to bring an extra defender, and it worked. Cloud a little bit out of control there.
Blocked at the rim by none other than A'ja Wilson. About a 4-second difference in the game and shot clock.
And one. Tough little floater. Who is this? Who is this person?
Say that basket is good. On the take for Dana Evans. How quick is her first step?
Oh, she's fast. Dana Evans, a little hesitation. And the floater to perfection.
Who is this little person? Who is Dana Evans?
Get my eyes right between her and Jackie. They look
alike,
similar on a couple
yeah.
plays, but Jackie's got a few more inches than Dana.
Just slightly. Do get the rebound. 15 seconds left. Can keep it for the final shot of the quarter, but we have another stoppage of play. I think they're going to see how much time is actually supposed to be put on the shot clock.
If y'all don't pay attention and stop stopping this clock, damn it, pay attention. Aaliyah, did you get your Liberty courtside passes again this year? Shout out to Aaliyah and the homies over there at 2 Ps in the Pod podcast.
Liberty's got enough time to get a bucket here.
Sabrina. Ooh, Bubba. Air ball.
Vegas went on a bit of a run to now edge them by 1. Asia Wilson leading the way for the Aces with 11 points.
As not good as she's playing, like she has 11 points.
All right, Chelsea, before that last bucket by Dana, you and Asia were the only two on the board. How do you get the rest of your teammates involved in the offense?
We're getting some good looks on the defensive end. I mean, they only have 19 points in our first quarter. That's what we want. The offense is going to come. Just got to relax. All the jitters are out in the first quarter.
You mentioned that your defense was one of the biggest focuses going into the season. How would you evaluate it after one?
It's pretty good. I think it's the looks that they're getting. It's easy stuff in the paint. So if we shore up that, we'll be in great shape.
All right, good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Well, Las Vegas Aces with the lead up one. Chelsea Gray knocking down the three, looking good early.
We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Yeah. Oh, Adidas. Who's on Adidas rosters from? Oh, Aaliyah Boston. I do like Aaliyah.
2 hours late?
About 1 and 45 minutes.
It's okay. I've already told Dad. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh my gosh, you didn't tell him.
You said forgive me. You didn't say don't tell anyone. So pick one.
Okay, but then let's go. You're done.
It's time to hoop anyways.
Yeah, gotcha. So get up.
I love that commercial of Aaliyah Boston and her mom. As I said earlier, I'm always going to root. I'm biased. I'm always going to root for the post players. Aaliyah Boston. Let's shout out Dawn Staley, 2 of your post players after winning natty championships with you. Now have signatures. Well, no, I don't think Aaliyah has a signature shoe yet, but Aaliyah signed with Adidas and Asia does have a signature shoe with Nike. So shout out to them. Shout out to Asia Wilson and what she's doing for girls and black girls in sport, women in sports. Aaliyah Boston for what she's doing for Caribbean women in sports. Like, it matters. Like, these women being representative and being positive role models for little girls everywhere or people everywhere. Like Asia Wilson didn't get a lot of people were not speaking about Asia Wilson half as much as they needed to last season because it was so saturated, because the media was so saturated with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and that whole, media wave. And actually the help of those two names where the W became more popular, so much so that I can't get media passes. They won't approve me. I'm gonna keep applying, y'all. So we'll be courtside soon. Soon come. We'll be baseline and in the media press rooms at the WNBA. We're getting back in there. Like, I'm not even stressing like it's not gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. So when it happens, guys, tune in live. We'll be there interviewing, talking our talk, snapping more. When I go, I'm going to be doing more content behind my Sony mirrorless working camera. So I'm going to be getting more like pictures and videos and things like that. But I'll hop on live quickly or whatever once we get back there. Yeah. But I'm excited for this year's WNBA season to see where how the rookies play out this season's rookie, how Anissa Morrow plays. Where did Anissa end up? Did Anissa play last night? Anissa may have played last night with Dallas. I don't know.
Your team was down as many as 5 points in that first quarter. You now have a 1-point lead. You've been to the free throw line 7 times. What do you like about your offense in the first quarter?
I haven't loved it, honestly. I don't think we're running much. We're just kind of out here playing, getting a feel for it. But hopefully we'll settle in here in the second half, doing a lot of switching.
That's Becky Hammond, coach of
Coach, I'm going to
Vegas.
start on the defensive end. Liberty, 14 of their 19 points have come in the paint. Any adjustments on clogging that area for them?
Yeah, I thought they got out on us a little bit in transition. We weren't super efficient offensively, so we just got to talk it out better and create a bigger crowd down there, especially early in that clock. They're getting downhill on us.
Coach, we always appreciate the time.
As they just got right back downhill on them. Sabrina just turned that corner and went right there. Sabrina just turned that corner and went right back downhill. I don't know. I'm looking at this defense like
so you got to be in position and know when to collapse. Right here, there's just absolutely
nobody in the paint.
I
Nobody.
believe that's Dana Evans.
Nobody
You have
was
to
back
get there.
there.
Serena really aggressive getting to the rim.
This is her second field goal of the night.
They are busting their head open on going to the basket. Just wide open layups at the basket, at the rim.
Spread the floor last year, 40%, 42% of their field goals were three, and 91% of those threes were assisted on. This is a team that can spray it out and finish in many different ways. Gray at the rim. Couldn't connect.
You like the matchup with Jonquel Jones. You got to keep in mind, Jonquel is an outstanding shot blocker. And for every shot she doesn't block, she contests, she alters, she changes. So I respect Chelsea. I mean, she's a magician.
Jonquel's 6'6" too, though. She's long as hell.
6'6", her wingspan feels like it's 8.
Yeah.
She's just so long. And you see now the switch on Jewel Lloyd. Dana Evans blocked out the rim. Brianna Stewart also.
That is what helped defense looks like, Angel.
Shoot that. You shot it the first time.
The game for New York.
They are really excited about Gardner. Started off her career in Chicago. Athletic, quick, outstanding defender coming back from injury.
These aren't good shots.
Was able to celebrate them on the float, though, celebrating their title this past summer. Off the deck, another player that the Aces are excited about, new to their roster, the rookie, Aaliyah Nye, out of Alabama. An instant offense for them as well, can light it up from outside.
Good defense in there. What's the call? Let them play right.
On the take as Aaliyah Nye will pick up her first personal.
Oh, I remember watching her.
Aaliyah
Okay.
Nye, 13th pick in this year's draft. Scored 22 points in the 2 exhibition games, including 17 against Dallas.
A dead-eye shooter, Angel. 6 for 13 from 3 of the preseason, but her shooting form.
Bucket. Who was that?
If that's
Who?
perfection, then Brianna Stewart is what?
Yeah.
Over the top.
Bucket, too.
Using her size there over a smaller Chelsea Gray.
Two-time finals.
Ooh, come here. Come here. Stop
MVP
it.
in Brianna Stewart.
Ain't no way. And then they one and done. They can't get no
Really
rebounds.
nice job of covering up Chelsea Gray's looks with size.
And that's something that actually
Knock down JJ. Ooh, it looked good, Jay.
Understanding that when they met in the finals 2 seasons ago, these two teams last met in the semifinals, where the Aces dropped 3-1 against New York and actually got swept by New York in the regular season.
Yeah, and New York's side defensively was something that Las Vegas talked about in their practice yesterday.
That was a late ass call, right?
Goes on the way for Chelsea Gray.
That was late as hell.
Started 4 for 8 from the field since they are 3 for 17, and it looks like they are getting the looks, but just short. As another foul is going to be called on Leonie Febish. So a timeout will be called and a challenge by Sandy Brondello. And as they step aside,
Who is that road coach on the sideline? Because her road haircut is real cute.
The WNBA on ABC, presented by Google, is brought to you by Ally, proud banking partner of the WNBA. And Deloitte, trusted advisor to the WNBA.
Travel. It's gone from being an adventure to a checklist.
Let me see this text and I'm gonna come right back to y'all. Let me see this text message. I'm gonna come right back to y'all.
Challenge is successful. They look at the timeout back, saying that there was no illegal contact made by Leonie Febish. So because Rebecca Gardner gained possession at the whistle, New York will get the ball back. And here we are with 7:11 left in this first half. Tia Stokes off the bench. Chanko Jones put on a little bit of a circus act in the paint. Couldn't connect as Jewel Lloyd, shifty in the open floor, finds Jackie Young a little short on the attempt. And that's been a struggle for the Aces to start this game. They're just 1 for 7 from outside. Eight on the shot clock. Stewart with the dive and the money.
And that's what Becky Hammond was talking about, that there have been some switches that they've gotten caught on, and you cannot get caught on the high side of Breanna Stewart, if anything. You got to get to the low side and try to get between her and the basket.
7-0 run for New York, and the biggest lead as well. As the Aces looking for a response, the majority of their points in the last few possessions have come at the free throw line, as we have another foul on New York.
Take a look here. A little handoff action for Breanna Stewart. Then she fakes the screen, realizes that she has a switch and a guard on her, and just slips to the bucket. And there's so much open space in that spread offense for New York that those cuts are right there, as well as drives to the rim. And you have to respect them on the three-point line.
Free ball as Natasha Cloud will collect on that last one in the miscommunication. Jackie Young trying to figure things out with Chelsea Gray, and that continues on this 9-0 run now as the Aces are still looking for their first point here in the second quarter. We'll send it down to Christine, who has more.
Yeah, Natasha Cloud said that coming to New York has been part of her lore. She almost signed in New York when she signed her extension in DC, and she almost signed here last year in free agency. It's been so fun to watch the energy that she brings to this New York Liberty team. Sabrina Ionescu said they've been as loud as they are this year as they were last season.
You can believe that, because wherever Natasha Cloud goes, you're going to know. You're going to feel her and you're going to hear her. And big shot for Jackie Young there to end the drought for the Aces.
Aces get the 3 ball to go and a timeout called for New York.
The Dove Beauty Bar, shaped by your beauty for your beauty. Made with 1/4 moisturizing cream to love and care for every single curve. The Dove Beauty Bar, shaped by your beauty since 1957.
Hi. Play for an ultra?
Racy for an ultra?
Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. Woo! I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior like beer. Get tickets now.
He is your responsibility.
We have a blue dog to get to the movie event that's out of this world.
He's in a police cruiser.
He took the red one. Lilo and Stitch, rated PG.
All right.
Only in theaters. Get tickets now.
Big news! All-you-can-eat wings and fries is back at Buffalo Wild Wings with boneless and traditional wings. And I'm gonna eat loads of them. Truckloads of traditionals, boatloads of boneless, truckloads of both because it's all you can eat and I don't have to stop.
Work out. Work that. Push that. Pull that. Run that. Pump it. Work that. Push that. Work out.
Why is Special K so special? The multigrain flakes? Oh, wait, I see. It's the real fruit. Oh, wait. Can you go back to the berries? Special K. Special for a reason.
I'm a leader by pushing my teammates to be the best that they can be.
I am a leader because I set a strong example.
I'm a leader by being responsible.
I stand up for myself and others. I'm confident. I'm caring.
We want girls to lead their own way. That's why the NBA and WNBA are proud to support Lean In Girls, a program that teaches girls to reject stereotypes and embrace their leadership superpowers. This is what leadership looks like.
Welcome back. We're getting a look at Barclays Center from Immersive View in Google Maps, which you can use to explore places and routes. We needed that route to get to shoot-arounds and practices yesterday with all that was going on, but we do have some players wired up.
I'm Mike.
Say hi. Hello.
Nobody should be in the middle of the floor just standing. Hey, come on.
Hey, keep in cutters and movement when guys on me. I'm attacker, and then just everyone just keep moving.
Yes, but even still, you switch it and you have red, that's your box out.
Two things immediately from Chelsea. She said it in the practices yesterday. Where's our communication? Where's our detail? And Sabrina as well mentioning the cutting, the movement without the ball of China.
Yeah, it's been working for the Liberty. Sabrina was spot on. And yes, Chelsea was addressing the defense. No one should be standing in the middle of the floor. The Liberty has gotten way too many easy looks inside.
And a second chance opportunity outside. That one goes down for Berg. 9 assists now on 13 field goals for New York. And the Aces have gone 1 for 11 in this quarter.
They have got to find a way to get A'ja Wilson the ball in space so that she can attack. The defense has really collapsed on her when she's getting the ball down low, but they got to give her some space to move around in that offense.
Biggest lead for the Aces, or excuse me, the Liberty. Right now, everything really clicking for them, shooting 46% from the field. Joel Lloyd has been quiet, has yet to score in this game, now 0 for 4 from the field.
And you heard Chelsea mention this to Christine about just the early jitters, and Becky hinted at trying to get into a rhythm. So no doubt Joel Lloyd will get going. I'm sure she's eager to hit her first shot as a member of the Aces.
She talked about how much excitement she had coming into this new franchise, and mentioned as well just having an understanding of who she needs to be. Christine mentioned it, as you said, but also that killer mentality, trying to figure things out, not being so hesitant, and really playing off of the pieces already established with the Aces.
Yeah, my mic was hot and everything. My bad, y'all.
And there it is. That's one of Jules' favorite shots. Coming into the elbow area, sometimes with a little bit of a pin down.
Back-to-back buckets from outside for New York.
I believe this could be a breakout season for Kennedy Burke. Just a 6
So who Kennedy
foot
Burke? I don't know who
size.
Kennedy Burke is.
Skill set. I talked about her driving
Let me go pay
earlier, but she can
attention.
also shoot it.
6 quick ones for the New York Liberty, with Kennedy in the action in the last second heave, no good. And right now, everything looks hard on the offensive side for the Aces. John Bell turned down the 3, gets it on the inside like clockwork. Gets another look on the inside, and everything rolling for the reigning champs in the Liberty as they force a timeout for the Aces.
Score 36, New York, Vegas 25. Second quarter, 3:29. Great ball movement. Good high low.
Two defenders running out on Jonquel Jones, which leaves Natasha Cloud wide open. And then Kia Stokes doesn't get out quickly enough on Burke. Scouting report should say she has that shot in her arsenal.
I like New York's black uniforms. Those dope.
Katie Burke is efficient and has been excellent in this game so far. 8 points in her 6 minutes of play. She has not missed a shot.
Hey yo, that was just cool to see Sabrina, the one who was leading the circle, the timeout. They sweating the hell out of Spike Lee. Man, show me he's talking to the new owner. Spike Lee's talking to the new owner of the Liberty.
To get the app on your screen and catch these must-see matchups.
But nah, give me Robin Roberts, please. Stop playing in my face. In my head, let me finish my thought. So I said it was cool to see Sabrina leading that timeout huddle before Coach got there, knowing that Stu is Stu. UConn championship with did she get a championship with Seattle? But that's just interesting to see like team dynamic, like.
On the right places on the floor, but you got to credit the length and size of New York. I mean, this lineup they have out on the floor, they're big, they're covering up shots, they're contesting.
Asia Wilson is 4 for 8. The rest of the team is 5 for 25. Latina, it's about how others are getting to their spots on the floor at this point. 10 on the shot clock for the Aces as a foul. But it will go against the Aces, an offensive foul.
I feel like the home court advantage with these fouls is definitely a thing.
The foul is on Jewel Loy. We'll take a look at the play here. Yeah, just not giving Sabrina Ionescu enough space to get around that screen.
You're not supposed to. It's a screen. How are you supposed to give somebody space to get around the screen? How the fuck? Who said that? Let's try to my bad, sis.
Scored for New York. Under 3 to play in the first half as Stewart.
Pass. Why didn't you pass that, Stu?
Defense for Chelsea Gray, not bailing her out with the foul.
Been a nice time for some cutters to make their way to the bucket to release Breanna Stewart, but nice job. You're right, covering up that shot.
Wide open. Y'all got to see that. Oh, with the step back. I can see how Bam's game has influenced. I can see how Bam's game has influenced Asia's game. Hard ass brick.
We saw it on a display as she led an assist for the league when she had her stint in Washington.
Come on, good pull up, Asia Wilson. Bringing the ball up the floor with the bucket. Stop playing with Asia Wilson. With all them guards.
Asia Wilson, the only player on the floor in double figures. She has 13 as we're under the 2
Good
minute mark in
defense.
the first half.
Great defense.
Well, coming up on the WNBA halftime presented by State Farm, Asia Wilson going off. Of course, she has 13. And the impact of Natasha Cloud, you can see it on display already in her first game, regular season with New York.
Asia Wilson is doing things offensively for the Aces, but she has to touch the ball every time she's down the floor. Even if she doesn't shoot it, she needs to touch
inside
it.
D.
Again, Chelsea Gray left underneath to guard Niara Sabli.
Well, Chelsea said she is working with a new strength and conditioning coach in the off season. She looks very fit, strong, healthy.
Stewart, the dive and the bucket. Chelsea Gray is irate with her team on the lack of communication and defending there as Breanna Stewart now has 8 points.
Got to take away that cut.
Liberty on a 19-7 run.
But why come right back to the same side where that wasn't a smart play? Why come right back? It was a 2-man game between Chelsea and Asia. Asia self the screen and rolled to the
You
basket.
got to have that one. Got to make the easy ones. That was a beautiful transition from big to big. But New York gets it back here.
New York shooting 47% from the field. Aces 27% in that same category as Brianna Stewart with the one-hander. Count the bucket.
And Jewel Lloyd had the right idea. She's physical with Brianna Stewart on this cut. Right here, tries to take it away, but officials felt like it was too much contact.
So Brianna Stewart now in double figures. She has 10, 6 rebounds to add. Can add to that with this made bucket here. And that'll be the second foul on Jewel Lloyd.
Difficulty with Brianna Stewart. 6'4", she can move around the floor so easily, but then she uses her size advantage over the top of Lloyd.
Snatches down the rebound. Stewart now with 8 rebounds. Wow. Lines it down and another 2.
They can't sag off that much on the free throw line.
There's no resistance for her getting to her shots as Jewel Lloyd. It doesn't take much time for her to get on the heater, and that's what they're hoping for as they close out the second quarter. Chelsea Gray reaches in on Stewie and commits the foul. That'll be Chelsea Gray's second, and New York should be shooting free throws here as they're now in the bonus. So New York has been the favorite to repeat, can do that for the third time in WNBA history. The Aces have done it, and of course the Houston Comets have done it as well. Aces talked about last year being a part of the release and coming into a season where they were like, we're not worried about a three-peat, we're not worried about anything of that nature. But now having to reset things for themselves.
Well, you do have to shift your expectations because it's not the same team. You know, it's easy when you're running it back and you've got all the same players. But if you have to make a change to your starting lineup, like both these teams do, that's a big deal.
Natasha Cloud has been all over the boards and is trying to get everybody on their feet.
This city is going to love Natasha Cloud. Philly girl, but fits in with the culture of New York so well. Underdog mentality, second round draft pick.
Hey y'all, hey. My bad, I've been quiet.
From a challenge, and you can hear her coming down the street 2 miles away.
Last year averaged 11 points,
We
4
here.
rebounds, and close to 7 assists per game in her time with the Mercury. Shot 40% from the field as well. Just a smart player, does the little things for the team, including trying to get on the glass and getting extra points.
They talked about her positivity and how encouraging she is as a teammate and how everyone is communicating more because she is on this roster and is setting the tone in that way.
About a second difference between the game and shot clock. Chelsea Gray taking some air out of the ball with 5. Pulls up for the 3 and
Okay.
drains it.
Good shot. Because that was kind of boring.
3 seconds left. Pass up the court. Stewie
Bucket.
release.
Stu! Shooter. Nah, New York looking good. New York looking good.
From outside, 50% from the field.
The official will have to take a look at this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah.
It may have still been in Brianna Stewart's hands.
Didn't get it off.
I believe the call on the floor
is that it's good.
The basket has been overturned. The ball is in the hand
Yeah.
at the expiration of time. No basket.
a very quick review, and so they will wipe that,
Do that
off
one.
of the board.
It looked good though. Still,
So 47.
it was dramatic for us
New
too.
York coming up after the break. It's State Farm WNBA halftime report with Elle, Shanae, and Andrea. Ladies, you can take it away.
I'm not sure if I'm loving Asia. I don't know. Like I see that she had the only player in double figures, and she's getting buckets out there, but her presence, I don't feel that her presence is being felt in the paint. I don't feel like this doesn't feel like an Asia Wilson game to me. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody out there, but this doesn't feel like an Asia Wilson game to me so far in this first half. Like we've seen the expansion of her game and her bringing the ball up and going coast to coast and going all the way to the paint, getting the and one, setting great screens for her guards that are not converting on the screens. But I'm not sure if it just does not feel like an Asia Wilson game. And maybe I'm saying that because it doesn't. I'm used to how dominant she is in the paint. That's why I tune in to watch Asia Wilson. Like, and again, I'm biased, so I know post play has evolved to 3-point shooting, expanding the floor. I understand what the game of basketball has expanded to, but the dominance present in the paint from Asia Wilson, in my opinion, is not being felt. What is this commercial?
We'll proactively make it right with a credit for a full day of service.
Guys, I don't know if you've tuned in yet, but I started a new podcast with my homeboy, Danny Peanut. He was drafted to the NBA, George Washington Hooper in college. So the name of the podcast is Mid-Major Mindset, and we try to pull up on you guys almost every day. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the whole. I really should do the next with Caitlin Clark. If I could figure out how to run and not get in all the copyright of trouble of running the live stream, I would try it, but I don't want to get kicked off of the platform because I'm trying to figure out a way to.
14-point lead right now for the New York Liberty, and on banner night, I'm Elle Duncan alongside Andrea Carter and Shanae Agumake, who just got duped into thinking that Nicki Minaj was performing, but it's really just Ellie the Elephant. Is it Nicki?
Next best thing, Ellie the Elephant.
Despite it not being Nicki, if you're Liberty, you've got to be feeling like you're on cloud 9 right now.
And you can hear the excitement for the fans for Natasha Cloud, a new addition to this New York Liberty team, and she's been phenomenal. When you talk about the pace that Natasha Cloud brings and the way that she plays on both ends of the floor, Natasha Cloud has been huge. It started with the defensive play, which is what Natasha Cloud is known for. This is early in the game. Look, Asia Wilson has the ball. Who goes double? It's Natasha Cloud. Then you get the rotation on the backside. What else does Cloud do really well? Get into the paint. You see the speed as she comes off the ball screen. Little miscommunication there from the Aces. This is after a made shot. You pick up Natasha Cloud late. She eats up that space and then finds her teammates. She averaged 6.4 assists the last 5 seasons. And then here, this into the floor.
Natasha Cloud definitely has super base in her game, especially when it comes to passing, but they're picking up where they left off. The Liberty were the best passing team last year in the WNBA. They already have 15 assists on 19 field goals.
You mentioned while we were sitting here, when it comes to the Aces, it's giving first game vibe.
Yeah.
What did you mean?
It's definitely giving first game vibes for this new look Las Vegas Aces core. But one thing we know, Asia Wilson still don't find a way to score. In particular, she's pretty in pink, especially
in the paint. Want you guys to see that every bucket is a tough one. Look at that jab step to the mid-range fadeaway. A nice little lob here for a tough finish through contact and again through traffic. This is what Asia Wilson does. She has 13 points, 6 rebounds. She's doing everything, picking up exactly where she left off.
The Aces went 0 for 8 from the field.
So I guess I wasn't paying attention to her dominance in the offensive paint, but clearly offensively, Asia has been getting buckets in the paint. But on defense, I haven't seen it. Caitlin Clark, who everybody waiting for.
Game of our doubleheader. Caitlin Clark, reigning Rookie of the Year in the Indiana Fever. Also new look, taking on Angel Reese in the Chicago Sky. Stewie right now, 16 points. Barclays lit.
Mid-season form.
Okay.
This halftime is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let me cook. Let me cook. I'm gonna need y'all to tune in Mid-Major Mindset every night. When we go live, we go live. Tune in. Click on the dip bell. Tune in. We be live. It be late night shit, but it be good conversation. It go all over the place, but it be good conversation, and it mainly pertains to life and sports. So Mid-Major Mindset. As I F up these pineapples. Pineapple rocking. Pineapple good as hell. I'm bugging. Hold on.
From the millions of rap. All buckets, no cap. They said she wasn't enough. So she did it for us. Yeah, if you talk sack. She's gonna clap back.
No, you know that.
Her drips elite. It can't be beat. She make one is clear. Period. Cause it's top tier.
Asia Wilson's on top. Can't take her spot.
Shout out to one of them Obama children. I want to say it was the eldest. Is Malaysia the eldest? Is that the girl's name? Is that the baby's name? Sasha in Malaysia for Wally. Am I confusing? Oh, don't judge my life, y'all. But shout out to the eldest Obama kid, because she was the one who directed that Asia Wilson Nike commercial for her signature shoe. So that was pretty dope. What am I doing? Sending another text message on the back end. There we go. Oh, my bad, y'all. Hold on.
My expectation is to be one of the best players in the world one day.
Here's Clark. Wow.
As soon as I get on the stage, open it up, we about to rage. Can't be my equal, girl, we not the same.
Reese flips it in. What's the foul? I'm a dog. You can't teach that. That's confidence.
Last season was a record-breaking year across the board, but let's take you through some of the records that Caitlin Clark broke alone. June 7th, Washington. Clark hit 7 threes, ties Crystal Robinson for the most in a game by a rookie. Fast forward a month later, July 6th against the Liberty, becomes the first rookie in league history and the youngest player ever with a triple-dub. And then next, 11 days later, Dallas shows off her incredible passing, sets a new single-game league record with 19 dimes, a record that was previously held by Courtney Vandersloot. And then on August 28th, with her first three of the game, breaks the rookie record for the most threes in a season. And last but not least, September 13th, her fifth assist of the day, passes Alyssa Thomas for the most assists in a single season all time. And we're getting ready, of course, at 3 o'clock right here for the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever. When Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark face each other, we know we can expect a lot of hype and great ratings.
Pew, 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 pew. Hold on. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but in the chat, thank you, Mom, for putting me straight. Malia. I said Malaysia. So wrong. Thank you, Malia, in the building. Thank you, Mom, for letting us know, keeping us on our toes and on point at all times. I'm about to go put Tootie, because I know Tootie. Iris up, because I know she hot as hell.
But Angel Reese made history with her rebounds, but she's not alone. The next step for the Chicago Sky is have the skyscrapers in action. Keep Haley Van Lith with the pass to go with Camilo Cardoso, 6'7" in the paint, which allows Angel to be I'm going to call it Windex, clean the glass. She's the best in the league at that, and she puts it in. But it's these plays like this that are the next step, because I love the addition of Courtney Vandersloot being able to attack draw two, one of the best passes we've seen over her decade in the WNBA, and that was a tough finish. So I'm looking forward to see what the skyscrapers.
I am a Cardi Cardoso fan. So pretty much, let me just say, every big girl that came through South Carolina, I love. Apparently, I'm biased as fuck, because Asia can do no wrong. Aaliyah Boston can do no wrong. Hey Ellie out here, y'all. If y'all don't follow Ellie, the elephant, the mascot of the New York Liberty, on social media, y'all are missing out, because Ellie is living her best life. Y'all please go follow Ellie, the elephant, Liberty, New York Liberty mascot, on social media, and I promise you're gonna be you in for a good time. I promise you're gonna have a good time with that one. I promise it's a whole thing. It's a thing.
Welcome, King and Queens. You could be anywhere on earth, but you right here with me. Rocking with J to J. Watch the movement. Don't judge my life. LLC. J to J 21. Watch the movement. Don't judge my life. Don't judge my life. It's also just a movement to open the world and help. People like us that maybe not supposed to be in that role.
Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to the W.
The NBA playoffs, Game 7 on ABC.
Aren't what you automatically just put us in your box to be. Nah, that's not us. So watch the movement. Don't judge our life. Don't judge our life. I don't know. I do know. That's what it is. That's what the movement is. Now politically, I gotta be able to put that in the proposal and put it on paper to J20 so I can get some grant money and shit. I'm working. I gotta keep the word that correct. For the paper. Welcome to the beginning of a new world. J to J 21. Hey.
Where the reigning champs, the Liberty, receive their rings and are up 47-33 over the Aces. As we take a look at our first half stats, brought to you by ESPN Bet and LaChina. What's missing in the cards for the Aces is the defense.
Yeah, we don't see that here, but I know that Becky Hammond at halftime addressed her team's defense because they gave up 26 points in the paint.
Way too many
and
points in the
they
paint.
could have been defending much better. Just no communication, straight line drive. No one steps up
No
to
box
contest
out
foul
Asia
on the
Wilson.
jumper. And it was this play right here that made Chelsea Gray furious. She gets screened off, and there is no one there.
Yeah, because you got to yell at Asia on that one. Like,
lack of physicality. So I
Asia,
just
that's
felt
your
lack
paint.
of communication
Like,
defensively for the Aces.
go to work. That's your paint.
Not this big league for New York.
You know what the big
Meanwhile,
girl
on the
was
other side,
back here was
everything
go to
rolling
work,
for the
Asia.
New
Like,
York
shut that shit down. Shut the paint down. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Asia.
I think she's talking with her squad.
That's directly on you, sis. No shade, but let's go. Accountability. Let's go, boo, on defense. Let's go.
They have been able to share the ball, something they do very well. That's been that case over the last 3 seasons.
Asia Wilson can do in that paint. I know what Asia Wilson do in that paint. Asia Wilson, let's go.
That last 3 to close the half was off, so she now has 13. We have Sandy Brondello with us, and Sandy, your team has looked really good on both ends of the floor, but as far as offense, what have you liked the most? So she's still getting things wired up for everything. So we'll step aside from Sandy Brondello.
She looks over at us and says, I'm trying. They are working on her mic as we speak, but there she is.
I think that's the only thing that has been a misstep for us today, your game, because everything has looked so good for you, Coach. What have you liked most about your team's execution?
Yeah, look, for the first game of the season, we showed some good signs, particularly in that second quarter when we got some separation.
Well, your team's defense was able to hold the Aces to 33 points. What do you like about your defense so far?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
You were able to hold the Aces to just 33 points. What do you like about your defense so far?
Look, I think that's one of our strengths. We've added Natasha Cloud, Leo Beavish. It's nice to have her back. We're going to the bench a little bit more. We can show so many different looks at them, and we just want to build on what we did last year, but we have a physical presence right now.
Thanks, Coach. We appreciate the time. I was wondering if she had on the ring, but she does not have on the ring. She's going to step aside. Their new focus is how they can get back to the finals in this season, as Natasha Cloud, as we mentioned, had a great first half, 11 points, has been doing a little bit of everything for her new squad, as she couldn't connect on the second attempt from the free throw line.
Look at Cloud sprint back. Looked like she wanted to trap right there.
Series 32-32 between these two teams, as Asia Wilson
Good job, Asia.
looks locked in as he drains the 3.
That's part of her game that she continues to work on and improve is the level of comfort outside the three-point line and on the perimeter.
Looks very comfortable. Christine Williamson has more for the Aces adjustments.
Yeah, I talked to Ty Ellis coming out of the locker room, and he said that they need to match the physicality of this Liberty team. He said it's a very special day for them, and they need to match their energy. He also said that defensively, he doesn't feel like they're playing that bad, but then the Liberty get the offensive rebound, so they have to make sure that they're completing and doing their job.
Oh, now defense.
Yeah,
Y'all playing that bad
defense said, I would agree, but they haven't been able to
at
do
all.
that,
Like,
especially in
thank you,
transition, as
LaChina.
we
I
saw
fuck with
on that
LaChina.
highlight or low light, if you want to call it. And it's the lack of resistance, and I do agree in terms of the physicality, because that's a part of it.
Thank you, LaChina. Thank you, sis.
26
Shout out to
points
sis
in the
LaChina
paint
Robinson, who's engaged to my
for New
homeboy
York. On the
Jay.
other side, we're talking about
Thank you,
what the
LaChina.
chemistry and the adjustment will be for the players and the new additions for the Aces, especially the bench. Right now, the Liberty bench is outscoring them 14-2.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest question marks for Las Vegas, is what will that bench rotation look like? 6th player of the year, Tiffany Hayes, is no longer with the team. They just had so much firepower, established, experienced firepower off of the bench.
Aces right now with the 2 triples to open the second half. They're outscoring New York 6-2, and another foul underneath that will go against Las Vegas.
And that's a good shot for Jackie Young. knocking that down. She was 1 for 7 in the first half. She is someone who can definitely help out with the efficiency on the offensive end when she gets going.
The team is 6 for 17 from outside overall, shooting 35%, and that is way better than what we saw in the first quarter. Cloud off the deck, count it. And Jewel Lloyd took a hit to the chest, taking some time to get up. Was actually checking to see if there was any blood coming from her face, but is able to rejoin the team on the offensive end. Jackie pulls up for another triple, and here she goes.
Well, their shots.
Liberty up as many as 17 points. It is now cut to single digits. Cloud off the mark, short on the attempt. Jonquel Jones gets that strip from Chelsea Gray. Needing the physicality was a theme for you and Christine. We're seeing it so far as the third attempt for Jackie Young outside, no good.
A bit of a heat check, early shot there by Jackie.
Forsberg will stop things at play, and Jewel Lloyd still touching at her face after taking that hit, going to the basket by Natasha Cloud.
Yeah, we talked earlier about Cloud power, and it looked like there was definitely some illegal contact there.
She'll be attended to at the end of the bench for the Aces. So Tiffany Mitchell coming over from Connecticut. It's just good to see her back on the floor. We'll get into her story momentarily as Brianna Stewart is fouled by Kia Stokes, so 2 free throws on the way.
And the Aces have had to go small in some instances because out of necessity, they don't have players like Crystal Bradford, don't have that depth at the power forward spot. But it's been more the switching, I would say, that it has been personnel that's kind of gotten them in a pinch.
Well, let's take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. On Thursday, Amazon has Fever and Dream at 7 Thursday. There's a 30 Eastern, and on Friday, a doubleheader on Ion, Sun Blinks, and Mercury Storm. Saturday, CBS, you got the Liberty and Fever at 1 Eastern. Always, for more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app.
I am pumped for the game coming up right after us. And we don't have much time to get to the TV screen as A'ja Wilson is fouled getting to the rim, but this new look in a Fever squad has me very intrigued.
Janae Agumake said that they won the offseason and knew the assignment as we're coming back to Barclays with A'ja Wilson with 18 points and connects on the free throw.
She just split the defenders like a running back. I mean, she just cupped the basketball and went right to the rim.
How exciting, really, to be able to see. I'm going to get to a TV. I don't know about you, but we will make sure that some type of device is going to be up for the following game behind us. We always love to see going head-to-head with Caitlin Clark, the rookie, the reigning rookie of the year, and also led in assists last season as A'ja Wilson on a tear. And going back to that game with Angel Reese, but also the new additions for Indiana. Off the mark to the right, DeWanna Bonner on that squad. Sophie Cunningham. I mean, you can go down the list with how many winners they have on the squad. And Jackie Young fell short of a beautiful take to the rim.
Yeah, the offense for Las Vegas looks much better to start this third quarter due to Jackie Young and A'ja Wilson really taking control.
Jonquel Jones back door. You can count it. Brianna Stewart frustrated though.
Tiffany Mitchell denying on that wing, and great cut. We keep using that word for New York because this is part of their offense that is really beautiful. The way they open the floor and cut to the basket.
20 field goals. They haven't assisted on only 5 of them. A'ja Wilson couldn't get that one to fall. Beautiful look from the free throw line as Jonquel Jones finds Leonie Feedish from outside, and that missed everything. Aces still ahead as far as this quarter, 14-8, as they have a stoppage of play, and we'll have another substitution for the Aces. Hey, Caitlin Clark, the Rookie of the Year, stepping on the floor once again, took some time away from the game this summer. She looks refreshed. One of the most electric players you could ever see, and she brings the crowd behind it as well.
Well, you went through some of the roster additions. It's the addition of head coach Stephanie White that's most intriguing for me. Was a part of Indiana Fever's only championship season in 2012 and led them to the finals as a head coach in 2015. She was an assistant on that 2012 squad.
And was wearing the number that Caitlin Clark donned. So that's very exciting to see that as well. But so many good things happening for Steph White. Natasha Cloud actually was holding her arm just recently. It looks like everything is okay. One of those players, you could probably get knocked inside the head and she'd still pop up. Didn't like the look off the bounce.
This is the small ball that I talked about with the Las Vegas Aces, where Asia Wilson's the only true big in the game right now. The hold it down on defense there.
Took the cookies of Niara Sabli as a three-ball good.
Ooh.
Again, Jackie Young from outside.
Jackie,
elevation on that shot.
Let's
a
go.
tremendous athlete, has rise and fire mentality, and here come the Las Vegas Aces.
So question for the
It
room.
ain't over.
Question for the room.
The Aces were down early, but making a charge behind the play of Jackie Young.
Question for the room. We see how the Vegas Aces have come back, right? And I feel like, in my opinion, their shooting has gotten better, has increased, and they're hitting their outside shots more. So they've come back. My question is, did their defense get any better, or did their shooting just get them start hitting their shots? So was that the turnaround, that they hit the shots, or was the turnaround they got defensive stops and then they hit the turnaround? Because Asia did just get the steal, and then Jackie O knocked down a three. And before that, I can't remember, because they were shooting so quickly and it was like quick shots back to back, and I was trying to try something anyway. But that's just a question from the room. Was it their defense, or was it just shooting? Was it your defense or shooting that brought the Vegas Aces back into this game? No. But we're gonna still keep. I'm gonna try something. Let me see. Let's see if I can do this. If I can pull this off. Let's see if I can pull this off real quick. And I'm gonna have to. What I am gonna have to do, and I'm gonna have to get it done. I already know I am. I'm gonna eventually have to pay for freaking Twitter to be verified. As much as I don't want to do that, because bump having to pay for a verification tag or badge or whatever. I'm gonna have to do it for some of the work I want to get done. So I'm gonna have to break down and make that real business choice to get that done, to make that happen. Patti LaBelle. I just saw Patti LaBelle. What I see Miss Patti for? Somebody said Miss Patti was down in Louisiana for their jazz festival with Lenny Kravitz. I wish I would have pulled up. Wish I would have been available. America. Oh, that's American Idol. American Idol's still a thing. I didn't even know American Idol was still a thing, you guys. I had no clue.
how much she has grown as a player in terms of her skill set, how quick and how decisive she is with her moves on the offensive end.
And Christine has more on Asia.
Yeah, one of the things that she's been working on this off season has been because of it.
Thanks, Christine. And another thing about that, just building off of what you said on the tail end of that, is just how she's been able to slow things down in her game, picking apart how the defense is made really a student of the game.
Yeah, starting to watch how
I do love to see how players' game develop once they come back into the game or over the summer or over whatever off season they have. I like to see how the players' game actually it improves and changes, and so yeah.
As Chelsea Gray tried to get on the inside.
She had to get that up. Don't judge that. That was a quick or not a quick shot, but she had to get that particular shot up because the shot clock looked going down. Thank you, because we clogging the paint more. That was affected by Asia Wilson. Don't knock down. You better make that. Oh, come on, Ted.
Off the back iron, and Brianna Stewart comes down with another rebound. Teams have mentioned how in shape they are, the training camps that they've had, and we've seen both teams be able to get back.
Very
but the
patient.
will of the Aces
Very
right
patient.
now in the
Set it
second
back
half,
up.
we're seeing it
Bring it
really
out.
pay
Set it
off.
back
Yeah,
up. Oh, good. Oh, ho, 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 ho. New York Liberty. Great pass, great play, great patience.
Her fifth assist of the day. Seven-point game. Bell with the fake.
Oh, I would have took that foul. Yeah. Oh, Natasha's hurt. Oh no.
In extreme pain.
Oh no, Natasha.
And asking for help.
Her teeth. Dr. Catrice. Oh, it's on her nose. Hey, did you hear the crowd reaction? Oh. Did you hear the crowd's reaction? They saw the replay. Who is this person with this yellow suit on?
And she gets a round of applause getting up. Going back to that play that
yeah, there's a trap there that looked like
Jackie Young.
Jackie got her.
That elbow coming up, trying to get through on that trap. And there's an elbow, and then there's a Jackie Young elbow. That maybe
Yeah, because Jackie Young is cut up.
Contact above the shoulder, which
Jackie Young arms remind me of Ruthie Bolton
but it looked
arms.
like it was inadvertent.
Tina
on
Turner
behalf of
arm.
Jackie Young just looking to pivot.
Definitely looks
and
like
pass the ball
Jackie
out,
Young.
so
Definitely
nothing
her arms definitely are
unnecessary.
Jack.
However, the officials can look at the degree of impact on the contact and also use that as a part of the call. Yeah, I think that was just a basketball play.
Definitely was just a basketball play. It didn't look like it was intentional. It did not look like it was
running, and I think
intentional.
having a
Anything like
conversation
that.
with their teammates as well. So the officials rule.
I don't think that'll get upgraded, but we'll see what the officials have.
Right now, applying some ice to the lip and gives a smile, of course.
That's what we always appreciate.
Natasha Calvin, she smile for the camera. She good. She good. She all right.
Still a long conversation, LaChina, between Maj Forsberg, Jeff Wooten, and Ashley Gloss. And you saw Jackie Young, who knew she had that contact.
Elbow contact was deemed incidental.
Yeah, no
to your point, no
hostile.
hostile,
Yeah.
aggressive move.
Correct.
Non-basketball move or excessive. So
I'm 2-0.
Yeah,
I'm 2 for 2 with the officials, which is
really
rare.
good, LaChina. I must say, I'm gonna actually keep the stats. I mean, I have our set of session here, but we're gonna keep you in the stats.
I think I'm always good. I think sometimes the officials don't get it right.
That's what you
basically
think?
what happens.
Talk
yeah.
your talk,
We'll
sis.
revisit
That's
it. We'll
what we're
unpack that game 10.
Keep a tally, okay?
We'll definitely make sure to do so. 2:52 left in the third quarter. Angel Gray, LaChina Robinson, and Christine Williamson here for the opener for today. We have the Fever and Chicago Sky tipping off with Ryan Rucco, Rebecca Lobo, and Holly Rowe on that call.
Well, I'm excited about that game to see Angel and
Liberty
Cardi,
running a lot
how
of
they look
action
this
early,
year.
trying to get Sabrina
Good
Ionescu,
pull up.
but instead it's Maureen Johannes.
Good pull up.
How big was it for Maureen Johannes to be brought back in for this season, to be re-signed? Didn't play last year because of Olympic obligations. She is as smooth as butter. Cindy Bird back
Great
in
ball
the rotation
movement.
for Liberty off the bench.
Great
was
ball
stellar off the
movement.
mark for that one. She was perfect before that attempt.
And that's the kind of pass that New York has been known for, the good to great pass. She could have
Where you
tried to shoot the
going?
layup, but saw an open teammate and kicked it out.
Donko Jones leaks out, gets another to add to the stat line. So
Jonquel look
Jones
tired.
with 8. Less than 2 minutes. Lloyd
Where are
off
we
the
going?
mark.
Where's
Bounced
Jewel?
around a
Jewel,
couple of
that's the
times,
second
finds the
in a
hands of
row.
Sabrina Ionescu.
Well, they get into the basket, they're just
Surveying
not
the
getting the
court.
turn.
Look away. Bird,
Damn.
short on the
But on the flip side,
Just could not get it
they
to
are
go.
not
She's
making
okay. She
layups.
jumped back
That's
up.
3 possessions of missed layups.
outside shot.
And a hard ass brick. What are we doing
Another lead
here?
ahead, and
Set
Sabrina
this
says,
shit
"Now
up
we're
and
gonna
stop
slow things
playing.
down."
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are we?
Gray on the floor. You have to really ensure that you're getting a good quality, high percentage.
Not
look.
another not
And
good
it should
shot.
be going through
But the
Angel
shot clock was
Wilson when you
down.
can.
The last 3 attempts from both sides have been from outside. New York shooting 42% from outside, only 17% from the three-point line. A couple of reinforcements on cue for you. LaChina, as we see Dana Evans and Chelsea Gray checking in for the Aces. Jackie Young and Bell will get a blow.
Sticking with the
That
smaller
is
line.
twice.
Here, this
Ain't nothing nice.
Tiffany Mitchell will often play the 4 in this situation.
My bad, y'all. Technical difficulties. I cracked my screen again. And I literally just paid to get it refixed. And I cracked it again. And yeah, so technical difficulties. There we go.
Comes right in off of the bench.
Chelsea Gray.
Great dribble penetration and pass by Jewel Lloyd.
Sabrina couldn't connect on the 3 of her own. As now Chelsea Gray in double figures with 11, and Asia Wilson has clinched that 100th double-double, just becoming the 6th player to do so in league history.
Congratulations, Asia Wilson.
Gets the matchup off the glass, count it, as the reigning MVP is heating up here in the second half.
You can't give Asia Wilson that much time. Someone has got to come to your rescue. Right here, gets to the elbow, one of her favorite spots. It
Asia
just
Wilson, get your ass in the
methodically
paint
bounces
and do
her
what you
way
do
to
in
the
that
bucket,
paint.
turns away from the help defense that's coming to rescue.
Asia Wilson.
What a second half for Asia. I thought the first half was impressive, but when she touches it, it's been money.
Every time we mention Asia Wilson, it's like, how impressive? How impressive has this been? How impressive does she look?
Consistently,
She just
though.
continues to just push the envelope.
Yes.
And it's the
Consistently.
efficiency with her moves. It's the versatility and the ways that she can attack. And that's a tough bucket by
Who's that, JJ?
Jonquel.
JJ, mid-major athlete,
In her
18
second year
athlete.
with New York, in her first year was ailing an injury coming in. Coach Sandy Brondello seeing her from her at this point is just excellent.
Cool.
25-16 in the third, as we have Christine.
Happen. I'm good. It's just a game of basketball. I got up in her space. She went to clear her space, caught my face. It's all good. That's my dog still. We just competing on the floor.
All right, so the Aces have been able to close the gap a little bit. What do you guys need to do in order to get a win in this one?
Right now, we're missing shots. I think our shot selection can be better. It's leading to their transition buckets, and they're just stepping in the threes right now. Jackie.
Any word from our ABC station?
Nah, this is a great game. Are y'all excited about that? Mindset family that's coming in and supporting my not some random sporadic WNBA opening season live. Kiss the Game Jay live W reaction. We talking sports, we talking basketball, we talking WNBA, all WNBA today. Other things have been coming in and out, but all WNBA. Y'all know I love women's sports. I wasn't a female athlete back in my heyday. Back in my prime, I used to do some things on the court. Oh no, honey. But yeah, so we're going to continue to support women's basketball. We're going to continue to support women's sports. I just saw a young lady. Shout out to this young lady. We're going to talk about this on the Mid-Major podcast as well. The Mid-Major Mindset podcast as well. A young lady who's in soccer. She became a softball. She became the first $1 million NIL athlete in softball, a black young lady. So dope. Shout out to her. So yeah, we're gonna keep pushing women's sports. We're gonna keep pushing, supporting athletes and women in sports and WNBA and things like that. So thank you for rocking out with us. Hey, Coach.
Goal, you have to be willing to work for it.
We are not going to stop chasing the dream.
Look up not giving up in the dictionary. A picture of my wife would be here.
You're one of the strong ones, okay? Just remember that.
You're stronger.
My dad would be so thankful for all of the lives that have been saved.
Aww. You are watching the ESPN's coverage of the WNBA presented by Google. And when you have so many stars on the floor, stars come out to support as well. Russell Wilson in the building, a new home as a new Giant. And our very own Robin Roberts, always good to see her in attendance. Sue Berg and Megan Rapinoe as well in attendance, as Asia Wilson on that take came up grimacing.
You don't want to see that. Natasha Cloud turned it over, but the Aces unable to capitalize, and a couple of misses in the paint for both teams. I just have one question for Russell. Where is Sierra?
Because that's what we're here for.
Where is Sierra?
Well, I'm asking for a lot of people at this point, because with the new partnership with the Liberty and Fenty Beauty,
yeah,
is Rihanna.
That girl.
Yeah. We need to talk about that on the Major
Off the leg of Chelsea Gray, you can
Mindset.
tell her trying to put her foot on
Definitely the Fenty Beauty and New York Liberty collaboration.
Overexert herself to keep the offense flowing for the Aces.
Did a good job of doing that in the third quarter. Can they continue in the fourth, as we're in our final frame? Both teams looking for their
Throw up your fours, y'all. Throw your fours up. Throw your fours up. Fourth quarter.
Chelsea came off the screen, and Too much contact trying to get over the screen for Leonie Fedish. So she'll pick up her third. Jonquel Jones also has 3.
Score currently.
New York, quick ones to start the fourth quarter.
Score currently New York 63, Las Vegas 58.
Tiffany Burke picks up her second.
Good bump
as well
there.
as a
This
team
transition
second. We
is
mentioned Jewel Lloyd.
just
Lloyd coming in. 3 number 1
I am not
overall
impressed with
picks
this
who spent
transition.
the entirety of their career with a franchise, now finding different homes. Jewel Lloyd being one of them.
Oh, Asia Wilson go to work.
Quick pass to Fedish from Burke connects as they push their lead 65-58.
Defense to offense. Aces were looking for Asia Wilson coming off some pin down action, and Chelsea Gray pass was
I like Asia's braid up. Asia braid up is
For
cute.
the ball against Jonquel Jones, does the face up, asked to clear out.
Yeah, Jewel Lloyd's got to clear out that corner and allow Asia Wilson that space. But those are the kind of chemistry things as this team gets
Did
used
she
to
make
playing
that?
together that they will begin to read and see and react to.
So free throw on the way for the Aces as there was a defensive
Yeah, clear
3-second
out.
call. Chelsea Gray steps to the free throw line. Knocks down the first.
This is the play that we're talking about here. Dana Evans gets the ball to Asia Wilson, but you see
Where
the
you
top of cloud
going?
right there, able to sag and help. Jewel has got to clear out strong side and give Asia Wilson space to operate. Are you sure that was our first?
Well, my stats may be off. Jackie Young saw the lane, took it, and gets it to go. Jackie Young has been very good for the Aces, has been a big part of the surge in the second half.
Yeah, much more aggressive. Started with the
It was
outside
too crowded
shot
in
there on
there.
the drive. Good help by Chelsea Gray on the backside.
about this as a rivalry. And Lexi Hull comes in, grabs the rebound. And she said, well, I know you guys love it. Oh, what a pass from Clark, but Howard then throws it away. And Caitlin was then telling a story about how much she loves rivalries, loved them as a sports fan growing up. Atkins nailing the three, said her rival high school was Valley. And when they used to drive by it in Iowa, her family would make everyone hold their breath as they drove by the high school. She said, so I think rivalries are intense and great for
She
sports.
said, I still hate Valley. And she said, we couldn't breathe the air.
And then she said, I'm sure I have supporters there now, but, they're always going to be her rival high school. Courtney Vandersloot picks up her first person. I'll reset the lineups for you here. Boston, Clark, Howard, Lexi Hull, and Kelsey Mitchell on the floor for Indiana. Cardoso, Rebecca Allen, Vandersloot, along with Atkins and Onyenwere for Chicago. Here's Vandersloot. Picking her way into the paint, scoops it up and off, ends up with the offensive board. Allen, another big offseason acquisition for Chicago, insists her way to the cup.
How good has Becca Allen been since she's come into this game? And, that's what she can bring. That three-point shooting. She's also a terrific long defender.